Today at Coyote Classics, I'm pleased to present this beautiful 1970 Cortez Silver Chevelle Super Sport. Riding on its correct Super Sport rims, BFG raised white letter tires. Just a super nice, clean car, very straight, very solid. You can go to our website, coyoteclassics.com. Check out the undercarriage photos, trunk photos, and the interior and stuff. So just a very nice turnkey car ready to drive to your next classic car show or car event. As we move around to the front of the Super Sport, I'll tell you what, the front bumper looks great. The headlight chrome eyebrows look awesome on it. Just has a great look with those black Super Sport stripes. You see a lot of red ones, you don't see a ton of silver ones, which this silver metallic really looks nice. We'll set the camera down here 1 second while I open the hood. As we move on the bottom side of the hood is excellent. It's got all the new insulation pad on it. It is a working cowl induction hood with a 454 under the hood. Runs excellent. Does come equipped with power disc brakes in the front, power steering. It's got a new Napa Legend battery. This 454 just runs nice and smooth as we look at the inner fenders, and also the paint quality on the inside of the front fenders there looks really nice as well. It's all painted very nicely. This is an older restoration. This was a frame-off restoration done back in 2001 to 2003, somewhere in there. If you go to my website, you will see I got some information from the previous owner on there as well. The previous owner had it completely frame-off restored and then kept the car until just the last week or so we bought it. So very nice and clean under the hood. Great running 454. As far as the paint on the hood, the stripes are beautiful. It's all been buffed out to a gorgeous shine. It's got the working cowl induction. Our hood gap on the passenger side is nice and even from front to back. Lines up nicely along the top of the fender, the top of the hood. The front bumper chrome is excellent. Our turn signal lenses are great. Headlight eyebrows, like I said, are nice. Grille looks good. You can tell there's a little chipping on the black SS. Again, it's done 18, 19 years ago. Previous owner said he put a couple thousand miles on it over the past, maybe 2,000-3,000 miles over the past 15 years. Just sat in the garage and he got it out to some car shows and car cruises, stuff like that. If we look up and down the sides on this Chevelle, it's super straight, nice and clean. Paint's laid out very nicely. Driver's side hood gap's nice. Passenger side body line, as we start at the front fender, it goes nicely into the door and into the quarter. As we look at the top of the fenders and the top of the hood, the Cortez silver paint is not blotchy. It's nice and clean. Nice base coat, clear coat, nice finish. Our door gap's nice and even from top to bottom. We got a few little paint chips right here. There's like 4 of them. So it does have a few. It's been driven, guys, so it's got a few little paint imperfections. Bottom of the front fenders, all nice and solid too. Couple tiny paint chips there as well. Just very, very minor. Rocker panel is in excellent condition. No bubbles or blisters, no issues there. Lower fender is perfect, lower quarter. The nice thing with this car also, guys, is the restoration was not done yesterday or a year ago. It was done 15 to 18 years ago. and it still looks this nice. As we look at the back bumper, both during the restoration, both bumpers were replaced. The SS pad was replaced. It's got the correct tips coming out the back. The exhaust sounds beautiful. To me, it's just got the right sounding cam in it. Quarter panel is excellent, no issues. Over the wheel well, behind the wheel, it's all in great shape. As we go here to the rear sail area on the roof, that's all in great shape as well. We come up here to the top, there's no hail damage, no dings, no imperfections that I can see anywhere on the roof. The chrome around the back windows in good shape. It's got 6x9s in the back with a nice back shelf. As we look at the back here, gaps are nice along the back. The black paint on the stripes is absolutely gorgeous. They did a really nice job. When this car was done, they did a beautiful job on the car. The only thing they didn't restore, which I probably would have if I would have done it, is they left the original gauge cluster and stuff in there, the original gauges. So they did not replace that, guys. So that's the original gauge cluster. So the gauge cluster, and I'll point it out in a minute, shows a little wear. You can buy them new for about $200. As far as the bezel and stuff, that might be something a guy wants to do, but as far as our door jamb paint, the paint on the jambs is just as nice as the paint on the exterior of the car. They did all the correct stickers and rubber bumpers. No issues. Never had any body work done in the corners of the doors. Our Super Sport door panels have been replaced during restoration. They're excellent. The window cranks look nice. Armrest bases and pads look good. Dash pad looks great.
Fire from the car.
Sorry about that. We do have a JVC radio, and that works. It's got the original radio still in the dash, the AM Delco. And that is still hooked up, and it does turn on. You can hear just a little bit of static with that. Guessing the antenna is obviously hooked up to the JVC and not the Delco. So, but the Delco does make some noise yet. Heater fan works great in the car. We have our original owner's manual, which is great. You don't see that every day. It's got the original owner's manual. It's got the information for the radio in there as well. Inside here, all looks great. It's all original. Still got the original papers in there. We did, when the car came in, had the original kick panels. We went ahead and replaced them. They're all functioning properly with all the new chrome levers on there as well. So, corner of the doors look good. Jambs look fine. A nice job when they did it. Everything, obviously, doors, fenders, everything was apart. Went ahead and did the new rubbers at the time of restoration. Door strikers look like they were new. Quarter panels and stuff come in very nicely here. Sill plates and carpet was all done. Another thing they didn't do, guys, they left the original bucket seat chrome. So bucket seat chrome is very reasonable and it could be replaced. That's something probably I would do. Maybe the trim there. Back seat is in excellent shape. It's got all the correct GM seat belts. It's got seat belts for 3 in the back. Headliner is excellent, very nice, no wrinkles in it, stretched beautifully, visors look good. At the time, the dome light is not working from the doors. We'll have to check in on that. Back door panels in excellent condition, both of them, guys. They've all been replaced as well, very nice and soft. Ashtrays were replaced, they're new, either that or they've never been smoked in. Same thing, the wood panels back here or not the wood panels, sorry, the plastic panels back here are excellent as well. So very nice. Seat covers have been redone, everything matches front to back. Doors shut well. said, this is a sweet Super Sport, and I absolutely love the color. Both the trunk lid gaps really are in good shape on it. If we look up and down this driver's side, can't be disappointed in how straight this car is. Very nice. We have a little paint chip right here. Not completely chipped off, but it's got a little paint issue there. And a couple little rock chips right here under the back bumper area. Back quarter panel is excellent, no issues. Over the wheel well is perfect. And you can just tell he started with a really nice car here. Rocker panel's great, lower fender, doors, everything is super nice. Same thing in this sail panel, the roof area. A lot of times you'll see issues in here. This looks nice and clean. Chrome around the drip rail molding is nice. We have a, it's got a couple little, got a little ding here, very small one. Windshield's great. It does have the antenna in the windshield, and the windshield was replaced during restoration. So that's really nice as well. I thought this was a little scuff, but it wasn't, just a little smear on there. It does have just a little bit of maybe a minute scratch that might be able to buff out right here. So it's got a couple little things, but nothing really to talk about. The lower quarter is perfect, lower fender's perfect, rocker, corner of the door is excellent. We'll check our gaps here. I thought the Restored did a nice job with the gap, the body line. Door handles are original, but look at the condition of them. They're not all pitted like I've seen a lot of them. Door opens and closes nicely. Again, new rubbers, felts, stoppers, stickers. Door panel is fantastic. Armrest and base. I'm going to say the armrest and base guys are the original still. So the door panels are new, but they kept the original armrest and base. Not perfect, but nice. Seat cover shows just a little bit of wear, guys, going in and out here on this cord. Back seat's great. We mentioned a little bit the seat cord here, the seat trim, and that just clips on. Now, I've been really lucky. A lot of my 69 and 70 Chevelles have had tilt wheel, and this one does also, so it's really nice to have that tilt wheel. Bucket seats are really comfortable. Car's been idling here for quite some time. It's running about 40 pounds of oil pressure, and it's running about 200 degrees. Wipers work. We already talked about both radios work. The heater fan works. Horn works. Everything works, guys. E-brake works. As far as our console goes, it's the original console, appears to be. It's got a few little scratches on the top of the stainless, but all in all, it's in really good shape. Shifter works nicely. This was not a factory tack car. It was factory SS gauges and stuff like that with 25,333 on the odometer, but it had the temperature, oil, and stuff like that. So that's why these aftermarket gauges were added, just so we know exactly where we're at. We're gonna get this bad boy out on the highway and see what it does. Power steering works great on it. It's 454. You could just tell in that idle it was running really smooth, but just very responsive too. Awesome running car. The cowl induction, vacuum cowl induction works perfectly. It steers excellent. One finger just goes straight down the road. Does have the 12 bolt and everything in it. I'm not sure 100% on the gears. Gas gauge works as well, guys. So the clock does not work, and the original AM radio turns on, but the antenna is not hooked to that one. So other than that, everything seems to work. great. Wow, what a car. Just cruising down the highway as quick as we could go. There's no vibration to speak of at all. 4-barrel kicks right in. The alignment's good. I got all my windows down today. It's about 80 degrees and feels good. As far as the power steering, it's excellent. The alignment's great. I mean, this is a car a guy can jump right in and go right now. And I talked to the previous owner. He didn't do anything to the carburetor in the last 18 years, so it's got just a little hesitation maybe. But man, as soon as it comes out of that, it's ready to go. Now we're just gonna brakes work perfect on it too, but we're just gonna go ahead and we're just gonna cruise about 60, 65 down the road. Go straight down the road, does not need alignment. This guy must be gawking at the car instead of looking where he's going. Really nice 70 Chevelle, guys. Runs good, looks good, drives good. It's nice.